Guys, very serious video, man. Very, very, very serious video. Why are you guys still thinking that the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 20s, 100 years ago time will come back in terms of relationships, in terms of anything really? Why? Why are you thinking that, or why are you still hoping that, oh, my girl's a good girl? Regardless if she's a virgin or not. If she's not a virgin, game over. But even if she's a virgin, why do you think she's gonna stay that way? Do you not see what time we're living in? Do you really not see what time we're living in? You as a man cannot even stay focused. You get distracted all the time from your purpose. So what makes you think that good girl that you have right now will stay focused and won't be distracted and will not want to be a hoe? Think about that. If you get distracted, why wouldn't she? There's distractions everywhere. Everywhere. The only way I can even remotely consider you living in a relationship that's somewhat identical as your grandparents or great-grandparents is if you live in Billings, Montana, got your own fort on a 5, 10, 15 acre land. You barricade that fort with, I don't know, pillars, concrete pillars or steel fence or something, and your woman goes nowhere. And you don't even give her a cell phone, a smartphone. You give her a flip phone. The only number she can have is your number in there. Do you think you can find anybody like that in the West? We're going to talk about the east side of the world as well. But in the West, do you think you're going to find somebody like that who's going to comply with that kind of lifestyle? Who's a virgin? And for a girl to be a virgin in the West, she got to be a young girl. You think you're going to find a young girl? And by young, I mean no more than the age of 20. You think you're going to find a chick in that age range who's going to comply with that kind of lifestyle? Let's say you are Elon Musk wealthy, rich, and you are as alpha as James Bond's character, right? You have the macho-ness of James Bond's character, and you're as rich as Elon Musk. Even then, do you think she's going to comply with that kind of lifestyle? No, she's not. It's not in any human, or it's just not in human nature to live somewhere feeling like they're a prisoner, feeling like they can't have any right, they can't have any say, they can't go anywhere. Or let's say they do have everything that they need and you're not controlling at all. But just living in that one space and not seeing what the outside world is like is going to get boring to someone. That's in human nature. You get bored. You live in the same house for too long, you get bored. You go to the same job for too long, you get bored, burnt out. So that ideal situation is not coming back. Ever. You guys are still holding on to this hope that maybe one day you're going to find a good girl after you get your money up and all this and level up and this and that. I have never told you to level up and get your money up so you can find that one good girl and live in your fairy tale bullshit ass marriage, fantasy ass world. I say to do that so you can live the best freaking life, which is, in my opinion, smash as many hoes as you want and can, and never have to worry about money again. And live physically healthy as well, obviously. Go to the gym, take care of yourself. So, and the thing is, women have adapted to this modern lifestyle already. They're doing what men have been doing. They're fucking like dudes, cursing like dudes, drinking like dudes, got the attitude of dudes, got the confidence of dudes. Meanwhile, dudes out here are pussies. Straight up pussies. All they can do is be keyboard warriors behind the keyboard. I promise you, if each and every single one of you motherfuckers who are watching me and want to leave hate comments in my videos, if you see me in person, you won't say a damn thing to me. Because if you know, I won't even say if you know. I'll just say this. If you come up to me and try to start shit with me, you'll wake up an hour later wondering where the hell you are and what the hell just happened. I'll just leave it at that. I talk shit and I back it up too. There's a reason why I go to the fucking MMA gym every goddamn day. Because I know that I need to be able to protect myself in case some of you clowns get in the way. Especially when I'm putting my neck and my face out like this for everybody to criticize me. And this knowledge right here was known by men throughout history. Men always knew that we needed to learn to protect ourselves because we never know what we run into. So you want to take the relationship norm, the marriage norm from the 1950s, 1960s, but you don't want to take the masculinity norm, the masculine norm from that era, right? You don't want to be like the men your grandpa and your great grandpa were. Those dudes were actual men, real men. They weren't these emotional soy boy cucks who are too big of fucking pussies to even put their bitch on check. To even put their bitch on her place. I'm not saying you gotta be rude to her, curse her out, any of that. It's very simple. Give her a choice. Baby, it's my way or the highway. You in or are you out? That's it. It's that simple. If you use violence against women, women don't listen. If you give them the fear of missing out, woo-wee, they will listen like a cute little golden retriever puppy when you put treats in front of it. I'm serious. Seatbelt going off again with my backpack on there. It'll go off here in a bit by itself. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It sucks. I know it sucks. I'm sorry to say this, but they're not coming back. These women are not coming back to what they used to be. They have gotten a taste, a little bit of freedom now. They will not go back. They will do anything and everything in their power to hold on to this freedom. And other men who are in power will make sure they keep their freedom, because with their freedom comes the vote. You guys know what I'm trying to say here. I'm not going to go into too much details. And let's not talk about the east side of the world, the poor countries. Those chicks don't even like you. They tolerate you because you got money. So I guess it's cool if you live in a false reality. If you want to live in lies, sure, go ahead and fool yourself into thinking that these hoes actually care about you. They don't give a shit about you. Women nowhere in this world care about you. They want something out of you, and as long as you can provide that to them, they'll act like they care about you. So if you want to fool yourself into thinking that, okay, yeah, she actually does love me and care about me, go ahead and do that. Be my guest. But I know what you're wanting. I know that you're wanting that motherly love from your intimate partner. That will never happen. Your intimate partner is not your mother. If you carry another human being in your womb, inside of you, and then you push that human being out through your body, how much connection do you think you have with that human being? Immense amount, right? How can you possibly compare that bond with any other relationship? There's a reason why your mother loves you like nobody else can. It's because she went through a whole bunch of bullshit to bring your dumbass into this world and think like a moron and not take the red pill and believing that everything is sunshine and roses and you should just trust people and believe all women and just be nice to people. This world is a cruel, cruel, cruel motherfucking place that don't give a fuck about you. You gotta look out for your best interest, because nobody out here doing it. Your mother's too old to look out for you. Your mother will look out for you, for your best interest, yes, and sometimes even she'll turn out on you. There's a lot of shitty mothers out there. So if you can't even trust your mother 100%, how can you possibly trust this other bitch that you just met just a few months ago, and now you want her to do everything and love you like your mother would? Which brings me to my next question. What is it that you really want? Why is it that you really want that traditional value, a traditional woman, and a woman to be submissive to you and just be yours and be monogamous to you? Why is it? Huh? Oh, by the way, this goes with third world country virgin women too. I don't think you guys realize how much more cutthroat third world countries are. Do you know why? It's because their mothers teach them from a very early age the relationship dynamics and how it's supposed to work. These girls grow up already knowing that they're the weaker sex and they have to manipulate men to get what they want out of men. These dumbass bitches on the West think that they can do what a man can do, so they're actually dumber than the poor countries, than the eastern side of the world women. Because the Western bitches think that they can do it all by themselves. They don't consider themselves weaker than men. So if you want to get manipulated, go to the poor countries, eastern side of the world. These bitches on the West won't manipulate you. Manipulation is easy. She acts all nice, but in the dark, when everybody goes to sleep and behind closed doors, she's gonna stab you in the back. That's really what manipulation is. These Western bitches just act manly and give you an attitude up front. I would rather take that over some sneaky bitch who's gonna stab me in the back all day, any day. But and the reason behind it is simple: survival. It's harder to survive in third world countries, poor countries, eastern side of the world, Eastern European countries. So they have to learn from a very early age how to manipulate, because they know that they're at a physical disadvantage than men. And their mothers are the ones who teach them from a very, very, very early age. Western bitches and their mothers are just dumb as a fucking rock. Their mothers went through the same exact bullshit that they're going through. Anyways, so why is it that you want it? That you want this love, quote unquote? Huh? Tell me. You're speaking a woman's language, a bitch-made language. So are you telling me that you're a bitch-made? Most of you are, actually. A woman talks like this. You know, it's crazy how women talk like this, that they want love and this and that, and sound all feminine in words, but with their actions, they're masculine as hell. They're two-faced snakes as hell. Meanwhile, men try to put on this show, this clown show, that we're all bad and bougie and we don't need a woman, and we I don't know why I keep saying we. I'm not like that. The fuck? I seen these hoes' nature for way too long, and from way too many of them, to where part of me is dead completely and it's burnt out. Like, ladies across the entire world, this message is to you. There's nothing in this world that you can do that will change my mind into believing that you're different. Y'all are all the exact freaking same. Which is what? Which is survivalists. And you're putting on an act to get what you want out of me. But men will act this tough macho man on the outside, but inside they're craving this love. It's not about acting like that. It's about being that. Why is it that you want it? Then don't give me this bullshit ass excuse that, oh, it's because of my kids. My kids, so that my kids can have a good life. Because realistically, let's admit it, the best scenario for a kid is to have a traditional family where the mother and the father is together and they're married and all that. But don't give me that kid bullshit. Because all your kids are bad as fuck anyways. They're horrible fucking kids. They're goddamn losers. You teach them to be like that. So you're not really even passing down any legacy. They're growing up to be tax slaves just like you are. So it's not about your kids. If you had an empire to pass down to them and you taught them the value of time and how money really works and how bitches ain't shit, if you got your kids ready for the future, I would have given you a pass. But most of y'all ain't doing it. Do you know how I know that? Just look at the current generation of Gen Z. Bunch of fucking unproductive sons of bitches. Men and women. Cocksuckers everywhere walking around. Not doing shit for themselves or even society at large. Forget the society. Think about yourself. You ain't even doing shit for yourself. You're physically, mentally, financially, emotionally, everywhere in your life, in every aspect of your life, you're broken. So it's not about your kids. It's about you being a fucking selfish bitch. You want to feel good, feel loved. You want to come home and just have somebody coddle you and soothe you and massage you. Somebody who's also good to look at, who you can fuck. You want a fuck toy all the time. Somebody who can distract you from your purpose. There's no wonder why most dudes who are married ain't doing shit with their lives besides their bullshit ass 9-to-5 jobs and being a tax slave. Married guys don't have any purpose in their life to anything for something bigger than themselves. And again, talking about that family. Oh, my family is my purpose. No, the fuck it ain't. You're doing bare minimum for your family. You're just a walking ATM. Just providing ain't enough when you ain't leaving your kids with the knowledge. You have to leave your kids with the knowledge along with the provision, along with the protection. Because one day you'll be gone and the kids will be left behind to get consumed by the media, by social media, by all the other type of blue pill message and knowledge that's out here. So you have to give your kids the correct message. Otherwise, they're going to be corrupted and washed away and brainwashed by the message that's out here on the norm that's brainwashing everybody else. That's how it's more, the message is more important than the money. Just so you know that, married guys. That should have been your bigger purpose in life if you have kids, is to make sure your kids are red-pilled. It's to make sure they see the world for what it really is and they don't turn out to be a naive dumbasses. We live in a bubble in the west side of the world. I'm from a very poor place and I've seen struggle firsthand. Maybe that's why your reality and mine is different. You think you're just safe all the time because you can live off of credit and debt. I'm not saying debt is bad. Not all debt is bad. Just so you know that. There's bad debt, there's good debt. But that's a different conversation. You have no idea how the real world really works. You live in a bubble. That's why you really want this marriage. And you want it so freaking bad. On top of that, the other reason why you want it is because you don't have any option. You cannot even get one chick. The reason why women don't want it, the marriage when they're young, is because they got plenty of freaking options. That's why they don't want to be cuffed down. Do you know when they want to be cuffed down? Is when they start running out of options. So that should inevitably tell you and answer your question about why you want it. Is because you don't have options. When you have options, you won't want it. When you don't have options, you will want it. It's plain and simple, and you guys still don't see it. I don't know what to tell you, man. Besides the fact that it will never go back to how it was. Sure, there will be change and women will be submissive, but for the wrong reasons. Meaning, you're gonna have to pay them right out. You're gonna have to sponsor their life. Only then they will be submissive to you. The traditional marriage sense is dead, man. It's gone. Even in your the smallest of the smallest small towns in the West you can go to in America and any other Western countries, the very small farm girls you go to, these bitches are all brainwashed with feminism. Why? Simple. They all have a smartphone and the internet. They can all access what's out there on the internet and all the simps that's out there on social media. While you are trying to hope for a virgin, virtuous woman in the future, she's getting her back blown out meanwhile right now. Even when you get a virtuous virgin woman, as I just mentioned, she still doesn't like you for who you are. So why do you guys even want it? You don't have to be married to have kids. You know that. Why do you have to involve the government and paperwork and all this other bullshit if you like a girl and the girl likes you and you guys just want to work it out? What's the big deal of it making it official? You ain't getting anything better out of this. She is. She's getting a security. She's getting insurance. To where if something goes wrong, now she can take you to court and take all your shit, if not half at least. So what are you getting out of it? The false hope that, oh, we're gonna work it out, even though most people can't. You're gonna roll the dice and take a chance on life like that? The one life that you'll never get back? Well, then you deserve what you get. Then your dumbass definitely deserves what it gets. After seeing all these hoes acting like just ask your girl if she's 24, 23, what she was doing when she was 18. How many dudes' cock she was sucking back then. So when all these people out here are debaucherous as fuck, everybody going wild and crazy, you think you can make your relationship work. Why? You ain't even special your damn self. What sets you special? What sets you apart? You're not making $500,000, $1 million. You're not in top-notch physical shape. You're just not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. You're not in the top 5% of men. So what makes you think you're going to be able to work it out? And if you ever get to the top 5% of men, you'll also notice this. That bitches ain't shit. Because those men get to see women for who they really are. Because all these women are throwing themselves at them. Right at them. Even so-called virgin, virtuous women from the third world countries. Eastern side of the world. They see it all. I guess you always want what you can't get, huh? But once you get it, you don't want it anymore, huh? Follow me on Instagram at ZeekPeak00. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you motherfuckers on the next one.